Hi there guys, Adam from the Facial Fuzz here, and this is another episode of the Beard Necessities. This is the series where I try and cut through the misinformation out there and bring you the most up-to-date information regarding beards. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about why some people are slow gainers.
Yo, I done 6 shows in a row, so my voice is hurting. Fans wanna hear Woy Oi in person. Woy Oi. She want a man from Brum, but she settled with a boy from Burton. I still see feds on the block, still see the boy them lurking.
Now there's no doubt in my mind that having slow gains must be quite a demoralising and frustrating experience. Those with slower gains are probably feeling as though, why am I not getting as quick results as, say for example, Adam at the Facial Fuzz or Basic did back on his journey, and they might be thinking, is it something I'm doing wrong? It's likely not the case that you're doing anything wrong, and I'm just going to talk with you through a few of the factors which may cause slower gains. So the first of which is Minoxidil Sulfate. Now, when you apply minoxidil, it goes through a sulfidization process at the follicle, which turns it into minoxidil sulfate. Now, this is its active form, and this is where it's going to start doing the business, essentially. It's when it's going to start doing the work of producing the hair. Now, the faster your body can do this, the faster your results are going to be. And those of you who are getting slow results most likely are suffering from this particular ailment, I guess, where your body isn't as good at using and utilising or even producing minoxidil sulfate. Now, there is some evidence out there that you can use things like tretinoin or retinol A, which are typically acne medications, to help with that sulfidization process. Now, I personally haven't seen anybody actually get any substantially better results since using that from what I've seen on the Minox Beard Spot, and it's not something I necessarily recommend. I'd say it's quite an aggressive way of trying to boost your gains, and if you are going to do it, wait at least, I would say, 6 months to a year before you go through using something that aggressive. That's just my opinion. It's really up to you guys. Now, the second thing we're going to talk about is your actual follicular pattern. Now, I talked about this a little bit in my last video, but essentially your follicular pattern is the pattern of which your follicles are distributed amongst your face. So when your hair grows out of them, that's essentially the pattern of growth that you're gonna get in the long run. Now, doesn't necessarily mean because you're 3 months in and you haven't got hair everywhere that you're never going to produce a hair in that particular area, because I've definitely seen progress from 3 months to 6 months to 8 months now in areas that were much weaker at about 3 months or didn't have any hair at all. So it can happen over a longer period of time. If there is a hair there, there's a follicle there essentially, and even if a hair hasn't necessarily been produced yet, there may be one coming a bit further down the line, so stay patient and consistent. Now, another thing I'm going to talk about is androgen receptors. So androgen receptors essentially sit within your follicle, and they're what Dht binds to, which is the hormone responsible for facial hair growth, and actually help produce and develop that hair. Now, if you have very little of these, the process of maturation is going to take a longer time, and the slower your facial hair growth is going to be in general. Now, there's not really anything you can do about the amount of androgen receptors you have. That is completely genetic, but again, it's just about patience and consistency. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about is your actual Dht levels. Now, you could probably go to the doctors and get these checked, but it must be quite difficult to do that. Now, one of the things that you could do is just to start doing a lot more exercise, particular things like squats and sprinting as well. And you might want to supplement alongside those things with something like creatine, which is proven to raise your Dht levels. Now, that's indirectly going to have some benefits on your facial hair, but it's probably not going to be massively drastic, but it's an option that you can consider. So guys, if you're lazy or your body is struggling to produce minoxidil sulfate, or you don't have the follicular pattern, or you don't have enough androgen receptors, those are the reasons why you're going to have some slower gains. So there might be things that you want to consider that you can do to help improve that process, particularly around the exercise mark. Now, I hope you guys have found this information helpful, and if you did like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to keep up to date with videos like these, then please do hit that subscribe button. Any comments, questions, queries or suggestions, pop them in the comments box below. I've been Adam at the Facial Fuzz, and I will see you guys again next time.
Got a blue tick, but I got one on the top that gave me.
I don't even know what's real.